Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Casey with Mosaic Mermaid Tarot. Today's pick a card is going to be what your person, their thoughts, feelings, intentions, what they might wish they could say, what they might be hiding. We're just going to dive in and see whatever spirit has for us. So pile one, we have this beautiful piece of abalone shell pendant. With the zodiac signs of Pisces, Cancer, Sagittarius, and Taurus. Pile two, we have this beautiful sunflower. And the zodiac signs of Capricorn, Scorpio, Leo, and Gemini. And pile three, we have this tiny little trinket that has the major arcana, all the major arcana in it. You can see the little foal there. And with the zodiac signs of Aries, Aquarius, the letter A could be significant. And then we have Libra and Virgo. So I'll give you a moment to kind of see where, you're drawn to, which pile. And I will see you at your reading. Thank you. Bye. Hey, pile one. If you chose this pendant with the abalone shell, it's beautiful. This is going to be your reading. And if you're interested in the zodiac signs, we do have Pisces, Cancer, Sagittarius, and Taurus. They can be significant, but they don't have to be. If you're interested in seeing me shuffle out all these cards, they're right in the beginning. If you missed it, there was a time lapse. So we have got a lot of messages to come through here. And your card is number 1, all in the golden afternoon. This card is so beautiful. Inspiration, creative spark, imagination, and conception. All in the gold afternoon. 1 is about new beginnings. And it's also the Magician, which is very much about, manifesting. That's what I'm getting. And it's almost like you are a fantasy to this person, this creative spark, this inspirer of endless ideas. Some of them very spicy ideas, but let's see what comes out here because we've got a lot. So I'm just going to go ahead and start. We have, it's a celebration, victory, social event, parties, and renewed enthusiasm. So your person might be thinking of a plan to kind of um, renew the enthusiasm of this connection, whether that is physically or um, reaching out if there's been no contact. Not sure about this. So, yeah, it can be something that you yourself are not sure about getting into. You may have walked away from something, or they may have kind of it feels no contact. It usually it's just this silence, kind of biting your lip, even though there's so much you want to say. Um, Safe haven. Go where you feel seen, heard, and understood. Retreat, shelter, and relief. So it feels like you are your person's safe haven. I feel like they kind of get lost in their imagination of you because they feel seen by you, heard, and understood. And you may have retreated. I'm hearing the song Shelter from Sleep Token. It's a beautiful song. You should look the lyrics up. Could be significant. I'm hearing the lyric, Darling, I'm noticing your flaws, and they're exactly what I want. Even if you don't believe it, know this. Oh boy, okay, let's see what else we got here. Self limiting beliefs. Negative thoughts are creating a roadblock in your life. So it feels like this is like Hierophant energy, which is the number 5, which is change. And I feel like you help them with their, it's kind of hard because I feel like you're a safe haven, that your person who has these self-limiting beliefs, you know, seeks out because they they understand that you do understand them better than probably anybody else ever has. And it may feel like you are a safe space, even though they find relief. That also makes them very unsure about how to continue gratitude, appreciate, thank you, and cherish. Yeah, it just feels like it doesn't feel like you have been celebrated, right? It doesn't feel like, it feels like you've been waiting. And you definitely feel you want to be cherished like you cherish this person, but you don't feel it. Spiritual awakening, enlightenment, epiphany, life lessons, and rebirth. So this could be tied into what the renewed enthusiasm is for. Maybe they have been enlightened. Maybe they have had an epiphany that you are this inspiration, not something to be feared, but something to be thankful for. Hmm. Boundaries. No, drawing the line, enough. So somebody has laid down the boundaries. Like I was saying earlier, it feels like somebody could have walked or stopped communication to protect themselves. Yeah. Taking care of yourself as well as the relationship. Self care and sanctuary, which is why, yeah. Okay, so it could also be that you may have been no contact with your person because you've experienced a dark night of the soul over this connection. Maybe all in a golden afternoon, you said, I'm not sure about this anymore. This should be my safe haven. This should be my shelter. This should be my relief. Celebrating this love and this cherishing your person. You want to protect them. So maybe you walked away. Maybe you drew a line in the sand to take care of you and to, it just feels like you were the roadblock, that your self limiting beliefs were tearing you apart. There's only so much that a heart can take. Needy. So, this is why your person's so unsure. Maybe you got too comfortable, or too authentic, or too honest. And they took it as you being needy or wanting too much. Be like heaven to touch. I want to hold you so much. But you were this person was your sanctuary, but they didn't feel the same way. And if they did, they certainly didn't say it. Unappreciated. I felt like you didn't care. It's like you literally put your heart in your hands and hand it to this person. There's lots of flowers and hands. Keep noticing in the basket. I just heard the song Dreamweaver, but also heard Basket Weaver. um, but we have appreciate and unappreciated. And I think you may have been made to feel, and not on purpose, but you know how when we're a little extra sensitive, um, we take things deeply, especially when you love someone as much as you do, right? Thinking, missing you, craving, and desiring. Yeah. Okay. Let's try. Mhm. Rejection. Abandoned, dismissed, and irrational fear. I didn't see this the first several times I saw this card. It didn't like really register that's somebody standing there in a hoodie. And and I feel like that's your person just feeling rejected. And you're like, yeah, why? Why do you feel rejected? You know, you never know what somebody's going through. But I feel like you both feel rejected, which is insane because you both crave each other. There's just so many irrational fears, abandonment issues. Okay, we're going to get into the, because these are the messages, and then I'm just going to do some of the tarot right now. So we're going to put these aside for now and see what the tarot says. Pile one. Okay. First up, we have the Six of Wands, which is letting go of things. You know, it says hatred, but it just could be, look, relief. Where do we see relief? Right here in the safe haven. We've got Aquarius energy, heart chakra. 6 is a number of unconditional healing, unconditional love and healing. And it's like they are trying to, and you see how in the the person with the cloak on looks exactly like this. It's like they could be trying to move on from their irrational fears, finally, leaving some of that behind, gathering some relief, taking a journey. Let's see. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and we're not gonna do that. Pile one. What's going on with pile one's person? Okay, well, we have the Seven of Pentacles, which is, we've got Taurus and Saturn. Long-term success, perseverance, rewards, harvest, planning, results, patience, and hard work. So, and together that makes 13, which is that transformation energy with the Death card, which is, kind of what we're feeling over here. So your person could be, fighting their way through that dark night of the soul, and here they are, wanting to finally be victorious, reap the rewards after all the patience and hard work. We have Taurus showing up again here. Hmm. Pile one. What's going on with pile one's person? Okay. The Fool, which I saw on the bottom. So we have the Fool. More Aquarius energy. But the desire to start, be a free spirit, fresh beginnings. That's what we started with the number one. Adventure, simplicity, spontaneity, innocence, and idealism. Coming out with the King of Swords. Okay, so the King of Swords. We have more Taurus energy, but also Gemini. But the King of Swords is mental clarity, honesty, and truth. A very astute man, authority and power, high standards, morally upright, and justice. So feels like what the battle is between. It's like the head and the heart. Let's get one more here. Pile one. That's good. It's the Five of Cups, but in reverse, which is why I've been trying to learn my reversals, but and all the other things. So that could be significant, especially learning how to love and cherish your own self, taking care of yourself, not blaming yourself. And it's, achieving peace, forgiveness, recovery, acceptance, hope, and happiness return. So that comes to a renewed enthusiasm again coming up there. And five is again is change. We have 5, 6, 7, and that it's progression. So we do have the Queen of Cups in the reverse on the bottom. And look, insecurity, codependency, needy, weakness, shallow, and unnecessary drama. So we have Gemini and Cancer energy here. Your person is dealing with a lot of self-limiting beliefs. Here's the Wheel of Fortune. We have Pisces energy, the number 10. Now, 10 is a cycle, and the Wheel of Fortune is destiny, but it's not always, it's just like, it's luck. It's a turning point, whether it's good or bad. It's a decisive moment, but it can be lucky. Just like the 1, 2, 3, 4 card that we saw in the beginning, which actually where did I put it? I might have put it away, but anyway. Yeah, it just feels good fortune, feels like is what's coming, even though it has seemed very, it's like you've both been through the ringer, and victory is coming. I just heard Mortal Kombat, that flawless victory. I don't know, somebody could be a gamer like that, but we have the 7 of Wands in reverse. So that is Leo energy, but it is better to be in reverse because it's kind of, I think your person is overwhelmed, and they do have a lot of self-limiting beliefs. They have a lack of self-confidence. And they do feel defeated very easily. They're just exhausted. Yeah, there's the 2 of Wands. We've got Aries. And 2 is, that number of decisions, but they're in reverse. They're afraid. They're afraid of the unknown. They cancel plans. They avoid the risk. They just want to be left alone. They just have themselves to want, to worry for. That's all they have. Yeah. So there's a lot of lack of commitment, conflict, poor motivation coming through. And look at that, abuse of generosity, debt, selfishness. They could be going through, financial financial stress. There's a lot of fire here. There is so much Wands energy. Stubborn, lack of trust. Coming back to reality. Anxiety. Cold reality ends your dreams. Lack of purpose, clarity. Release, too much responsibility, breakdown. Oh, I'm hearing breakdown. Mariah Carey. And is it Bone Thugs and Harmony? Break down. Yeah, look up the lyrics to that song because that is definitely hitting hard here. Guess I'm trying to be nonchalant about it. But in reality, I'm slowly losing my mind, dying inside. Oh boy. So, okay. Let's see what the messages are. Okay, where did I put you? There we go. So, your messages are look at that, under construction with the help and guidance of spirit. So, yeah, they are working on it. They're working on it. Spiritual awakening. I'm finding I can change. See, there's that, with that 5 energy and the self limiting beliefs, they are changing that. They are finding peace within themselves and acceptance. And happiness, depending on your timeline, is finally starting to seem within grasp. You're my soulmate. It must be written in the stars because you most definitely are my destiny. We belong together. There's another Mariah Carey song. We belong together. I'm also hearing um, yeah, this always pops Romeo and Juliet into my head. Um, yeah. Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Hmm. But that's the part where she says, when he shall die, take him and cut him out to little stars. So he, yeah, it usually comes right through. And when he shall die, take him and cut him out into little stars. And he will make the face of heaven so fine that all the world will be in love with night. Pay no worship to the garish sun. And though I have found a mountain of, though I have found a mansion, mountains might be significant, mansion of love, I have yet to possess it, and though I'm sold, not yet enjoyed. So it's kind of a feeling of almost like forbidden somehow, some way. Whether it's the way you feel about the connection or the way they feel about the connection. Um, hmm. Dealing with a karmic counterpart. Okay, that should have been with the other one. Must have got mixed. But yeah, this feels very much like what they're stuck trying to. This is what keeps them from becoming that free spirit to take that leap of faith. They have a karmic counterpart that has destroyed them. And the way they think about themselves. Let's turn mistakes into lessons. So they want to try again. 7777, perseverance, change of perspective, reflection, inner strength, wisdom, and enlightenment. There's a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken over you now. If you want to succeed, you need to keep going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within, and you'll just know what the right next step is. In timing, you have the power to create the timing by taking action. So you have the number 34, which equals to 7, which is Cancer energy with the Chariot. So maybe the action is finally moving forward. And also Emperor energy there. 3 is growth and expansion, and 4 is stability and foundation. So there's an action that needs to be taken. Number 36, let it be a mystery. Hearing the song Building a Mystery, Sam McLaughlin. So we have, again, 3 with growth and expansion, 6 with healing and unconditional love. It's also lover's energy with the choice of the heart. It also reduces to 9, which is hermit energy with Virgo. And I think this is Spirit's way of urging you to just surrender to the universe, right? Just whatever is meant for you will be. I just heard, que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. So I'm also seeing 9 and 7 as coming out as 16, which is Tower energy. And that is happening all over this. So I don't know. Let me know down below if any of this makes sense, if anything's resonating. But these are my spicy love messages that I created. I have a deck, but I decided to pre-shuffle everything so I could try to get this out quicker. So let me know if you guys like this kind of reading. I used a lot of different decks. And so there's no, like, except for the tarot, there's no, like, shuffling to take time. So, but you can see all that in the beginning. I have that video, that time lapse. Let me know if you like the way that that's done. Because I'm just trying to, apparently the advice I keep getting is, people drop off in the first 30 seconds, and that makes the algorithm not want to put your video out or something. I don't know. But yeah. But anywho, let's get your spicy messages. If I had to choose between loving you and breathing, I would use my last breath to tell you how much I love you. And they would. But you know what? They ain't going to do it anytime soon. It's going to be a mystery if they ever do. You are my muse. Because of you, I will paint my best painting, write my best novel, and recite my best poetry. You are divine. It's probably best if I work off some energy before I get you naked. I'm sure you'd like to be able to walk tomorrow. Okay, I told you about that. So I do have some song cards here for you. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure. Okay, so there's still 2 more messages here. My biggest turn on is turning you on. Okay. And let's play out that freaky fantasy that's always on your mind. Okay. Um, so we have your song cards. Miracle from the Bad Omens. Hate It When You See Me Cry, Hailstorm. And Love, Hate, Heartbreak by Hailstorm. Between love, between hate, shake the silence before it's too late. And it haunts you, and it haunts you. It's a love, hate, heartbreak. So there could be some messages in these lyrics for you. But I'm going to leave it here. Thank you so much for being here. If you are still with me, leave me leave me leave me a bread emoji, like you're kneading some bread. Because that's what also just came to mind. Like it looks like onions in the picture, but so yeah, leave an onion or leave a loaf of bread. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes out. And definitely let me know if you like the way that I did this. So I'm just trying to make sure everybody is taken care of the best way that we can get this done. um, so please please subscribe, please share, please hype, do all the things. All my information's down in the comments, the pinned comment below, or in the description box if you need anything further as far as readings, private readings, or my other two channels, which I'm really trying to get to 1K on Seraphim Siren, and I just started a new Neurospicy Double Pisces channel so that if this doesn't work out, I can bring my weirdness over there and just so anywho, love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. And yeah, just let me know down below that you're here, that you see my videos coming up, because it's just not, there's a lot of you out there that usually comment, and I'm not hearing from you. So I just want to make sure everybody's like okay and still sees me in in their feed. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna stop talking now. Love you guys. Bye. 4114. Hey, pile two. If you chose this sunflower, this is going to be your reading. We also have the signs of Capricorn, Scorpio, Leo, and Gemini. Can be relevant, but they do not have to be. Now, your card is number 25, Wake Up. It's your moment. Absolutely gorgeous card. So vibrant and beautiful. So, flowers could definitely be significant. We also have this little mouse on a teacup. So you may have been hearing almost like it's giving like tea. What's the tea? Gossip. A little bird told me, like she looks like she just found out some horrible news. And it's like, wake up, it's your moment. But she doesn't look happy at all. Um, we have the number two, which is a number of choice, decision, partnership. Um, it's also the high priestess, which is, secrets. It's always giving secrets. And then five is change, with also Hierophant energy, which is self limiting belief systems, religious factors, um, commitment, um, traditions. Hmm. And then we have Cancer energy with the number seven. And that is, the Chariot. Hmm. So this could be you that needs to wake up and move forward and change something. Let's see what came out in the cards for you. Now, I did something different than I normally do with these readings, and that is in the very, very beginning, I had a very different intro where you could see, the cards. Pick your card, and then I had the time lapse of me dealing out all these decks. Now, the point was to kind of save some time. So we're just going to get right into it. And let's see what's going on in this situation with you and your person. All right. So, right off the bat, we have painting red roses. So, paint the roses red. Now, you know how mad she was. Um, it's like trying to fix it, correcting, improving something, making the best out of a bad situation. And that's how this feels. It feels like, and so flowers could be really significant. We just lost a candle. We can't have that. Please hold. Sorry about that. Yeah, I always have 11 candles going. OCD. But yes. So, yes, I was saying again, that flowers could be significant, roses. Um, but let's see what else is coming out here. Deeper waters. Step out of your comfort zone, explore new depths, prospects, absorb, and action. It's your moment. It's time to wake up. This gives me Pisces energy here. Let's see what else. Came out with unveiling secrets. Love is both a question and an answer to seek and find. Mystery, depth, and hidden. I'm already feeling a connection to pile one here with action and mystery. And the flowers, actually. I think I mentioned that in pile one as well. Let's keep going. Overcoming obstacles. Get back on your feet. Gain strength from difficult situations. Oops. Put those there. So we have book. Wisdom, experience, immortality, and authority. I just heard, you will respect my authority. Somebody could be a South Park fan. I'm going to put these aside because these are all messages. Okay. Let's keep going. Past life, deja vu, repeated patterns, and karmic lessons. I'm hearing past life from sleep token, habits. And look, is that a rose he's holding? I don't know if we will ever change. I'm hearing the song Habits by Tovlo. Gotta stay high all the time to keep you off my mind. Home, comfort, safety, belonging, shelter. This is definitely tied to pile one. We had safe haven coming up there with also shelter on it, and I'm also again hearing the song Shelter from Sleep Token. Okay, wow. I'm gonna keep just envy. And there's that mirror back there. So there could be this feels like third party situation, right? And I'm seeing it also as, and a third party is just a karmic lesson that can be not just a person, but a job, family, even one's own mind, right? Habits. Um, but this envy, hmm, I'm now hearing a song by Sleep Token. It's called Do You Wish That You Loved Me? But it's, it's the letters. So it's DW, but the song lyrics, um, he's looking into a mirror when he says this. Or it seems like that's what he could be saying. So he's looking at himself in the mirror, asking himself if, you know, do you wish that you loved me? Loving the self is one of the hardest things someone can do, especially when you present this mirroring energy. Beauty. Charming, graceful, kind hearted. That's how they feel about you. You are their comfort, their safety. So kind. You really give them a sense of comfort. We have stepping out of your comfort zone. I don't know if I will ever change, but comfort and safety and belonging and shelter. I think your person's just really trying to make the best out of a bad situation right now, trying to gain strength from karmic lessons, difficult situations, um, wisdom coming with experience. There is a depth that is very much hidden, which, coming back to that high priestess energy, secrets, deep secrets. And these are not something your person is comfortable with, are, you know, as beautiful and charming and graceful and kind they see you as, they still don't want to come out and say those things. So there's some kind of obstacle keeping that from happening. And you're just kind of, or they could also, it feels like a mirroring type energy. But I definitely can see this being tied to pile one. There's been a lot there. Calmer waters. Okay, well, getting rid of upheaval and leaving the drama behind. Now, I think there was something about drama. Um, I'm hearing no more drama. Um, Mary J. Blige. So we have quiet times and flowing. Life lived as a ripples on the ocean. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we're gonna get into some tarot and see if we can get any more on your person here. That's I just song popped into my head. Playground. Is that the name of it? Madonna. This used to be my playground. This used to be my childhood dreams. This used to be the place we ran to whenever I was in need of a friend. Why did it have to end? And why do they always say, don't look back? Oh, wow. That was a throwback. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your person. Pile two, what's going on with pile two's person? Well, we've got the Page of Swords in reverse. Exhaustion. Insulting. Gossipy. We nailed that right from the beginning. Gossip. Playing mind games. Scatterbrained. Lack of planning. And sarcastic. Boy. So Aquarius energy and Gemini and Libra. Wow. So, yeah. It just really fits perfectly. What we have here, the Four of Swords. So this is a break. This is some rest. I just heard ain't no rest for the wicked. We have Libra, Jupiter energy. But this is rest, relaxation, contemplation, peace. And they've got contemplation twice on this card. So there's a lot of thinking going on, which thinking card did come out in pile 1 as well. Recuperation, rejuvenated, and sanctuary. Sanctuary was also something that showed up in pile 1. I'm hearing that lyric from Taylor Swift, that song Peace. I'm a fire, and I'll keep your brittle heart warm when your ocean wave blues come. Some people say that love is for show, but I would die for you in secret. The devil's in the details. She got a friend in me, but would it be enough if I could never give you peace? So it feels like your person just wants some peace. The sun. Number 19. Happiness, triumph, festivity, optimism, success, vitality, fun, and truth. So we have Leo energy. So that's a lot of Leo energy, especially with the sunflowers and the sun coming out. So this could be, and you know what? What is this? Deeper waters, calmer waters. I think you are this person's sanctuary. But I do think they are afraid of what other people will think with the gossip coming through like that. Pile 2. We have the Page of Pentacles. So we have Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy. Goal-oriented, ambitious, loyal, faithful planner. Manifestation, trustworthy, skill development. And then we have the Two of Swords in reverse. Libra energy. Emotional detachment, indecision, hesitancy, anxiety, too much information, and mental turmoil. So it almost feels like you could have come in and tried to be all that you can be with your person, right? You tried to be authentic, honest. I just heard there's this meme that I saw one time that said, if you really want to get rid of someone, try loving them, and something like loving them and caring deeply for them, because they hate that shit. And that's what it feels like. It's like you came in, but your person, it was too much. It was too much. They hesitated. There was too much information, too much going on in their head. This is what they're trying to overcome. And they're also keeping secrets about exactly what is the problem. But the repeated patterns and habits. Oh my goodness, what's on the bottom here? Oh, well, goodness gracious. We've got the Ten of Wands. So, yeah, this person, this is some big deck energy right there because they have a lot of responsibility, duty, feeling burdened, exhausted, coming up for the upteenth time, struggles, hard work, losing concentration. So, your person could just be holding everything together by, you know, just one. I just saw that another meme where it was like the one brain cell trying to, and you actually see like this, a real brain, like how it's trying to reach out and like find something to connect with, and it's just not happening. Um, so they may be avoiding things just because they have no other choice. Oh, look at that Hierophant showing up. Religious beliefs, why can I say that? Conventionality, spiritual wisdom, knowledge sharing, education, and conformity. We have Taurus energy here. 5 is also that change. And, this could be the obstacles, some of the obstacles that they have to overcome, which is why this could be something that isn't, it's kind of hush hush. It's feels, it feels very, very much like trying to keep, there's just so much that they're keeping from you. There's no way for you to know what it is. Um, but I don't think you need to know what it is to know that you're tired of this shit, right? I just got this little surge of, you know, that face. It's however you would describe that face, like stank face. It's like that's what I just got this surge of. It's like, really? Come on. There's something here that isn't, um, enough. You might not be able to fully have closure, if your person is someone who is going to not change, or don't let them take away from you, from your calm flowing waters. Don't let them make you feel like you're the drama, because you're not. We have the Six of Wands: success, victory, achievement, pride, recognition, praise, and acclaim. Got more Leo energy, Jupiter. Um, but this was like the very first card in pile one was that victory card. Taking responsibility, confession, truth revealed, turning a new leaf. The Seven of Swords in reverse is, this is why I'm trying to learn reversals, but like that is so much better than upright, where you could have felt like your person was in this upright energy, or, you kind of still do because they're not telling you anything, but they might be getting ready to. There's the Knight of Pentacles. Now, that is slow and steady and, yeah, consistency, practical, reliable, patience, determination, responsible. Three of Cups in reverse. Damn it. Betrayal, deception, neglected social life, gossip again, scandal, and three's a crowd. So there's something here that points to the relationship between the two of you being not. There's a lot that you don't know that they're keeping from you. Now, three's a crowd. Yeah, it could be a person, could be multiple people, and it could be other things. But the fact is that, you need to look after your own cup. Fill your own cup. Keep your waters calm and quiet and flowing, because your person feels like they got a whole lot of drama. And there's your Ace of Swords in reverse. Lack of ideas, injustice, miscommunication, confusion, and missed opportunities. Yeah. Well, there's your soulmate connection. Your comfort, pleasure, familiarity, sensual delights. Your inner children could be getting along like you could have known them since you were a kid. There could be children involved. The Star in reverse, despair, lost direction. Okay. So I think the biggest takeaway is that your person and you know, it's a two-way street. There needs to be communication. Otherwise things won't ever change. And that's the tea. That's all of it. There's really nothing else to say. Um, except do not let this person affect your self-worth, because and you never know what somebody's going through, so always choose grace and space. And because your person feels heavily burdened, exhausted. And yeah, it's from doing all those things that you have no idea what's going on, right? And it doesn't have to be terrible things. It's just, life be lifing. And yeah, just remember that, you can only love, you can't heal somebody. They have to do that themselves. So let's get to your messages. I wasn't expecting to fall in love. Can you learn to love the beast within? Codependency is acting as an interference. So that could be that karmic. I'm leaving. I'm ready to leave a situation or a mindset that has not served me and hindered my growth. That is great news. Which could be, kind of overcoming those obstacles, trying to get away and leave that drama behind. Let's nurture our love every step of the way. So it feels like you are on their path. There's all these little feathers here, which could be significant. Like spiritually, you are on their path. Um, and then we have your angel number card. Lessons learned. Culmination, results, benefits, reflection, and completion. Take stock of your accomplishments and how you arrived at them. This is a reminder to maintain optimism and drive toward your goals. Maintain your momentum and know that the powers of heaven have your back. You made it, and the reward goes to you. Now, I do have some timing cards. 60. It's in the past. Now, 6 is lover's energy with Gemini and a choice of the heart. 6 is unconditional love and healing. 0 is that fool energy with, you know, taking a leap of faith. And I feel like that's what your person is trying to do. They're trying to learn how to not only love their own inner beast and deal with their own habits, because they definitely did not expect this to feel um, this. You are the sun. You are everything that's beautiful in a world of theirs that is just completely just awful. It just feels so heavy. They're trying to learn how to leave shit in the past, is what I just heard. Okay, so again, we have number 6. It's the right time to take action. So, again, with all of this action energy from pile 1 to here, and you've got your number 6 with healing and lover's energy, choice of the heart. It's time to take action. Especially if someone's mental turmoil, if you feel, because I'm hearing pink clouding, and for those of you that might know what that is, it's not something good. But just check on your people, and but yeah, if you have something to say, it's time to say it. And you don't want to lose somebody. All I can ever think of when I push communication is how I lost 2 sisters within a few months of each other. And it's like you don't want to wake up one day and not have said what you need to say. Life, especially now, is way too important to not be in fear of telling the truth. And if that is, you know, confessing your love or whatever, you that is something that You don't want to wake up and not have said what you need to say. That is the biggest takeaway. Now let's get out of the sad stuff and let's see what spicy messages they have for you. I love you. That is the beginning. That is the end. That is everything. There's lots of love here. My soul just thinks your soul is pure magic. Our wounds match. Our inner children, the best of friends. So that was that. Coming back to that. Your inner children get along. In your presence, I find the pleasure and poetry I never knew my soul could speak. Pure magic written in the air between us. Me, you bed now. Very, very clearly, there's a there's a need for the physical. I keep thinking of these super hot dreams of us together. You might have a dream connection. And okay, so that's all of those messages. And then I pulled some song cards to see if um, they. So you got Mrs. Hyde by Hailstorm. And what I love about this song is it's so fun to sing and to just um, kind of, it's empowering, I would say. You know, she's talking about how she can play all of these characters, um, but, you know, in the end, it's, you know, welcome to my evil side. This is Mrs. Hyde. You know, it's like, I'm the monster underneath your bed, you know? Um, so, yeah, there could be a message in there for you. Dirty Mind, Hailstorm. And this is like, this feels like long distance. You know, I don't have to have you here in order to kind of, you know, take care of myself, is the energy there. And oh, this is a cover by Sleep Token, from Billie Eilish, When the Party's Over. And I could say I like it like that. I like it like that. Hmm. Boy. Okay, pile two. I'm gonna leave it here. Um, if you're still here, leave me a sunflower emoji, or a rose. Um, yeah. So thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. I wish that we didn't keep meeting this way. No, this is a beautiful connection, but it needs communication. There's too much being held back. Um, and you're not going to be able to really help each other or even help yourself by staying quiet, by not sitting with your emotions, um, and feeling them and then being able to put them away, you know? Um, but, you know, you can only love your person. And they have to figure out how to heal that. And, just make sure that your self-worth isn't being completely demolished by, because I know that some of you get in your own heads and you start to blame yourself, and you're not to blame. This is just how it is, Not everybody can break through their fears in order to overcome the obstacles it will take to compromise or meet you in the middle, or um, just have a simple conversation. And if that isn't happening now, then it's probably never going to happen, right? And that's a hard pill to swallow, but you've got to take care of yourself, okay? I'm sending so much love, warm soul hugs, and let me know if you liked this type of um, the way that I did this reading, where I opened with the time lapse, and you know the pick your pile. I'm trying to do different things in order to see if that helps with the algorithm, because it doesn't seem like anybody is finding my content anymore. So yeah, anything that uh, you could do would be so appreciated. Liking, subscribing, commenting, sharing, hyping, all that stuff um, is a beautiful energy exchange that doesn't have any cost. So, also, check out my other channels. I'm really trying to get my I have a brand new channel, Neurospicy Double Pisces, where I can kind of go and be more weird than I am here, if that's possible. But my Seraphim Siren channel is got the more shadowy type readings. Um, trying to find those, without shadows, we can't have light. So if you're looking for those kind of readings, I do kind of a mirroring thing, where this is kind of the mermaid, and then we have the siren. So, um, anyway, all that stuff's down below. I appreciate if you could check it out, subscribe. Again, trying to get to that 1K mark is very hard, but thank you to all of you who have, gone over there and done so, because I mean, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. And like I said, leave me a comment down below, because I just need to know that you guys are still, I'm showing up in your feed, it's something. Um, but yeah, thanks again. I love you guys. I'm sending you so much love, warm soul hugs, and wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you know that you are beautiful, and don't ever let anybody tell you any different. Okay? And I hope to see you in the next one. Love you guys. Bye. Hey, pile 3. If you chose this little trinket with the flower on it. That opens up, and there is actually all of the major arcana in there. It's going to be a reading. And if you're interested in zodiac signs, we have Aries, Aquarius, so the letter A could be significant, Libra, and Virgo. And your card, number 36, shine bright like a candle. This is one of my favorite cards. So beautiful. So Van Gogh could be significant. You could be an artist. So it says, you will make it through this. And we have the numbers 3 and 6. 3 is growth, expansion. It's also Empress energy. 6 is Lover's energy with the Gemini. The choice of the heart. It's also reducing to 9, which is that Hermit energy with Virgo. And so it could be a dark night of the soul that you or your person is trying to make it through. I feel like your person sees you as somebody who's painted the colors back into their world. Like you are the candle in their darkness. And with all the major arcana there, it seems like this is might be quite the reading. So if you want to see, because I used so many decks, and in an effort to time crunch, I did do a time lapse, and I actually made it into a short. I don't know if I'm going to put it in the beginning of the video like I thought I was, because it wasn't really working, but we'll see where it ends up. But let's go ahead and get started. So these are going to be saved for last. These are messages. Okay. And let's get started. So, safe place, feels like home, sense of security, and comfort zone. I really feel like a lot of you do watch the entirety of my videos, because this safe place, this comfort zone, this security, feeling like home, this has come up in every pile. And she's here clutching her teddy bear. And I feel like the only thing in the world you want to do is hold on to your person. Things are changing. So there's a lot of cycles going on. And you know what's kind of crazy is those, the swirlies that are all in that painting. Hmm. So lots of cycles. Someone is coming. And there's that choice of the heart coming through again. Things are changing, growing, expanding. Holding back. So there you have this kind of heart that's melting. It looks like it's behind like a fence, like it's guarded. So it feels like your person wants to, but they want to come forward and things are changing, but they're still holding back because they may be going through some very heavy things right now. Balance. Look at that. Juggling too many things at once. Find time for yourself. So maybe they've been holding back because they've been trying to balance out it feels like they have been spiraling for quite some time. It's the feeling of, taking 2 steps forward and then 2 steps back. Um, Never finding the time. Difference. And look, there's bear. There's bears again. Little bears could be significant. Difference. Road. Future. Choice. Destiny. So it's like your person is thinking of all the outcomes. I guess it's still, even though destiny comes in, it's still a choice of the heart. This is a snapshot of energy, and it's, can change at any time, free will. Um, but it feels like all the roads lead to you. Healing. Wounds, improving, mending, and progress. So, yeah, they are trying to make it through. And it could be um, very dark right now. But they are on the mend. But these wounds that they live with, they are deep and they do keep them quite guarded. But their heart is gold. They're just a teddy bear at heart. Intimacy. Bonding. I almost said bending. Bonding, sensual, and confiding. And this feels like this safe space. You feel like home. You give them a sense of security. Um, you feel safe. They don't feel different with you. Look at that divine match. Following your destiny. So we have destiny coming up again. And a love that's meant to be. Soulmate and twin flame. Wow. That's beautiful. Happiness. Wow, look at that. You have planted all kinds of seeds in your person's mind, and it's just grown. It's just grown. Hmm. Regret. I wish this never happened. And hopeless. Sinking, despair, and falling apart. So this feels like when you get to a point where you're trying to change and you're trying to open your heart and heal. I mean, these connections are not for the faint of heart. There has to be a lot of communication, a lot of healing. Like the bond is there, the happiness, all the little dopamine and oxytocin and all that stuff. It is it hits between you and your person. But your person might have pushed you away, which is something they regret. Or you may have done the same. Because now all of this without balance is just feeling hopeless, sinking, despair, falling apart. It's this is where they're at. Very dark night of the soul. And it could be that they just regret not being able to love you the way that you deserve to be loved. But that could be changing. Things are changing. Let's see what the tarot says. I had this on top of my other deck. It came out. I think some Capricorn devil energy there coming out for you. And it's definitely, oh my goodness, guys. Tower. Yeah. Seems like a very divine connection, bond. These connections are often, they often feel like A blessing and a curse. Okay, pile 3. What's going on with pile 3's person spirit? Okay, well, there's your secrets. Intuitive, subconscious, feminine energy, inner voice, spirituality, secrets, and wisdom. So this is the High Priestess with Pisces energy. So, coming out with the Empress in reverse. And that's, we have Taurus energy here. So, insecurity, creative block, which is the opposite of what we have going on up here. Lack of progress, overdependence, emptiness, and suffocation. So I think your person may have just kind of felt too much at once. Especially if they're not used to the love that you give. I have the King of Swords in reverse, which is not the best. It's so we've got Taurus and Gemini energy. Dictator, injustice, manipulation, lack of structure, irrational, cold, and abusive power. I feel like that's part of what this regret is about. They may have breadcrumbed you, kept you interested. While still having their options. Pile 3 didn't follow, so we're not going to take it. So, this showed up in pile 2. And this is the Seven of Swords in reverse. So this is actually very good. I'm trying to learn my reversals. But taking responsibility, confession, truth revealed, and turning a new leaf. So that Aquarius moon energy. Let's get one more. There we go. Look at that. 3 of Swords. Heartbreak, separation, sorrow. Emotional pain, heart problems. Wow, your person can actually have heart problems. Betrayal, wounds. Upset, loss, trauma, and tears. We have Libra energy and Saturn. Also coming through some more Capricorn there. And then, so we have 3 and 3 coming through. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, well, I mean, consistency, practical, reliable, efficient, patience, strong will, improvement, determination, and responsible. So, again, with taking responsibility, it might be slow, but it seems like it's moving in the right direction. We also have Aries and Taurus energy here. There's the 3 of Cups in reverse. So, betrayal, deception, neglected social life, gossip, scandal, and 3's a crown. So, we also have Cancer energy here. And we have another 3. So 333 could be significant. You've got the Knight of Cups in reverse, which is heartbreak. Again, we are seeing heartbreak, deceit, disappointment, unrealistic turmoil, and avoiding conflict. The Moon in reverse, that's gaining clarity and releasing fear, finding truth, suppressed emotions, conquering anxiety. That is a good sign. Again, we have Pisces energy here. And then we have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and I also see the Emperor in reverse. So right now, they're pretty confused. They might have missed opportunities, miscommunicated, seemingly it's stubborn, aloofness, controlling, excessively controlling, rigid, dominating. But look, we saw that tower when we first, started shuffling, and delayed catastrophe, fear of pain, avoiding tragedy, resisting change and transformation. They're scared. They're scared. They have so much responsibility and duty, and they're feeling burdened and exhausted. And they're also being driven by self-limiting beliefs, maybe even conformity. So things are not moving as quickly as you would like. And for some of you, they might not be moving at all. Not everyone is strong enough to deal with the intensity and just the authenticity that is needed to have, the bond is there. The intensity, the attraction, the love, it can all be there and still not work. Because guess what? There has to be communication. If you're holding on to things and regrets and you feeling hopeless, despair, falling apart, it's ultimately the choice is up to you and your person on how you see things, how you move forward, and how you communicate. So with that, we're going to look at your messages. So I want to spend more time with you. A love like ours will never burn out. Shine bright like a candle. Of course, I'm hearing shine bright like a diamond, but that's, kind of cool that you started with this shine bright like a candle, and a love like ours will never burn out. Tempted by forbidden fruit. So there is something kind of forbidden about this situation. There could be third parties. Unclear. I don't know how I feel about this connection anymore. And that could be either one of you. And that's because there is nothing that's clear. Because you have to choose to communicate that. And Let's rebuild what we lost. So they see this path. They see you in the future. This, look, road to the future, the destiny. That's what they see. Okay. So your angel number 1010. It's up to you. Moderation, patience, flow, clarity, joy, movement, self realization, taking action, and unconditional love. So, you guys might be tired of hearing me say it, but pile 1 and 2 were connected, and this is tying into both of those piles. So, for those of you that do watch the entire video, let me know down below if you find messages in all piles. It's time to put those long cherished ideas into action. You will soon come into contact with the appropriate individuals, circumstances, and resources. Eventually, you will experience joy as well as brand new opportunities. Trust in the process. Timing 47. Indecision is causing delays because they're not clear. You're not clear. Needs to be clear. Needs to be clear. This is kind of odd, but this background, this blue and this pink, I have this shirt that is a Metallica shirt, and it's like, half and half. But the song that came to mind was Sad But True. There could be something in the lyrics there for you. But 4 is that Emperor energy. 7 is the Chariot. So we've got Aries and Cancer. We also have 11, which is Justice, which is Libra energy. But also, sometimes in some tarots, the Justice card and the Strength card are switched. So it's like there needs to be some strength to just make this decision. March 17th. Well, that is St. Patty's Day. So that could be significant. This is a timeless reading, but we did just have this this past week. So let me know if that's significant for you. But it could just be, see, I hear kiss me, I'm Irish, but there could be alcohol involved. Somebody might have problem with alcohol. This could be an anniversary. The 17 is the star, and that is also the energy of healing and reconciliation and, wish fulfilled. And, Starry Night. It's all tying together here. But 1 is a new beginning. It's also a manifestation with that Magician. 7, again, we have the Cancer energy of the Chariot. So maybe March still has something left to bring you. And reducing to 8, that Strength with Leo, which also coincidentally is So 8 and 11 flip flop back and forth in some decks. So strength and justice are significant. Um, let's get your spicy messages. Let's see here. My journey is and has always been you. You are my beginning and my end. Even if we go our separate ways, you are always and forever where I'm meant to be. And this is a nod to the Journey song Separate Ways. Um, I do love the Lizzie Hale and Daughtry cover, but there could be meaning in that in the lyrics for you. Every time my phone buzzes, I hope it's you. You are my favorite notification. Yeah, I'm also hearing buzz from Hailstorm. I can't think. I can't eat. I can't sleep without you touching me. Is it love or is it the drugs? You hear a buzz, buzz, buzz. Um, so again, there could be something significant there with those lyrics. I want to be the architect of your dreams, building worlds of pleasure where only the two of our souls exist. I'm hearing Dreaming of You by Selena. Oh, let's see. I got a couple more here. For it is not into my ear you whispered, but into my heart. I was not my lips you kissed, but my soul. So it's very much like this soul bond. Um, the only way to get rid of temptation is to yield to it. So there is that temptation coming through again. Forbidden. Now I'm hearing Forbidden Love by Madonna. In Your Eyes, Forbidden Love. There's also Babyface it was Madonna and Babyface on that. So let's see what songs we got for you. What It Cost by the Bad Omens. We have What Were You Expecting by Hailstorm. What Were You Expecting? Another Lullaby. Are You Kidding? You Must Be High. um so yeah, there could be some tension going on where maybe you did walk away and they're asking why, and it's like, what were you expecting? You weren't even taught. But this is definitely this is definitely the energy here. I Want You. She's So Heavy. Hailstorm. It's a cover, and it's amazing, and it's just, it is what it is. I want you. I want you so bad. It's driving me mad. It's driving me mad. Also, Lizzie Hale's birthday is 10/10, so that could be significant. And I'm gonna leave it here. If you are still here listening to me, leave me a teddy bear emoji or a candle. Thank you guys so much for being here. I tried to do a little something different as far as using more decks, but also taking the time down a little bit by just making that time lapse where you can see me dealing out all the cards. And yeah, I'm just trying to figure out a way to present these. Oh, yeah, you might need to take some medicine. But anywho, gotta go take mine. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Holy So yeah, I just had like a little bit of a shouting match with my Alexa because she can't understand what I'm saying. So she continues to do and that she put some music on. I don't know what she was thinking. But this kind of makes me feel like it ties in here. It's like um you know, it's it's very much an energy of, I have all these things to say, but I don't think you want to hear any of them. So, but just one conversation could clear a lot up. So I would definitely try that. If there's something that you need to say it. There's Ruby crying. There's just so much going on right now. And that's exactly there's a lot going on. And you never know what your person's going through. So, you know, just grace, space, and they will. Ruby is saying that they will talk to you. Like if they wanted to talk to you, they would. Okay, so until then, just know that there is nothing more that you can do than just love your person and have a safe space for them. And maybe one day, you can either get that closure, or you know you might have to you just might have to live with the fact that you might never hear from your person again. It's just the way that these things go. So be strong. And I'm sending you so much love, warm soul hugs. If you're still here, leave me a Oh yeah, no, I said a teddy bear emoji. That's right. A teddy bear or a candle. If you're still here, seeing as how I'm still running my mouth, leave me a rose. So yeah, thank you so much for being here. For my OGs, even my newbies, let me know down below if anything resonated. I love talking to you guys, and it helps my channel get into the algorithm, I guess. I don't know. That's why I'm doing different intros and things like that, because, you know, apparently you have to watch more than 30 seconds or something. I try to look at those analytics, and my OCD has me in there looking at analytics, but I don't really understand what I'm looking at. So I just kind of, I think, do what everybody else does and just try my best and see what happens. But you guys out there are, the main drivers of this channel. So if you want to see more of content like this, just make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, like, comment, share. I have more channels. I have 2 other channels that I'm trying to get off the ground. I have Seraphim Siren, which is the more shadowy versions of these pick of cards, and it's kind of like the difference between the mermaid and the siren. It's my light and dark. My Pisces sun, my Pisces moon. Actually, Seraphim Siren's more of my Scorpio rising, if you understand what I mean. But I also have a third channel I just started. Um, because you can't just put all kinds of things on your channel. Otherwise, the algorithm gets confused and you don't end up getting served to anybody. So, that being said, Neurospicy Double Pisces, which I don't know if you've noticed. That's me. Uh, just a place where, if you want a miniature pick a card, or, just go over there and for the shenanigans, and somewhere to just have a safe space to come over and be on the spectrum with all of us. So, oh man, I'm tired. It's time to get this done, and I always have a hard time saying goodbye. But anywho, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope it's as beautiful as you. Make sure you let me know what you think of this type of, if you would rather me deal the cards live, or would you rather me save the time? I'm obviously filling the more time with more time while I'm sitting here just running my mouth. But that's what you get with me. So if you like it, subscribe. If not, I'm sure there's somebody else out there for you. But I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next one. All right. So thank you so much. Sending you so much love, warm soul hugs, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.